Now that you look back on your first year, I mean, how is it landing on you, Puka?
It was surreal. It's so exciting, but like it was a long year for sure. But so many going the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, and just feeling like everything came exactly as it was meant to be, and just feeling like every moment out there on the football field and all the weeks and days in between, I felt like I was in the right place the whole time.
So why do you think it clicked for you?
I'm not really sure. I think of guys like Matthew and Kupp and Coach McVay, like that three-headed monster right there, and how they operate and the way that they lead, and just how it allowed me to be, I feel like, who I am, and allowed me to thrive in that environment. And I feel like the energy that we have over there is contagious. We got a lot of young guys on the team and stuff, but the leaders for sure allowed us to be who we are, and we kind of took off from there.
So when you say they allowed you to be who you are, I mean the initial conversation. I remember during the summer is that Stafford needed maybe name tags on a lot of guys to know who they were, right? Were you one of those guys to begin with? Or
I'm not sure. I don't know if I was on the list. I want to say I tried to break my way into the Breakfast Club pretty early, so yeah. I was like, I think he knows my name. I mean, we watched tape together. Like he's thrown me the ball like 5 times already, so I really would hope so. Like,
what do you mean by the Breakfast Club? What is that?
So I was introduced to the Breakfast Club, but Kupp, Matthew Stafford, and the other quarterbacks, they're there bright and early in the mornings, and they're watching tape, and they're getting the installs bright and early, and they're just brainstorming, talking ball. And so it's something that I don't think I got invited to. I was the little brother. I saw them during training camp, like going into this room after we were done with meetings. I was like, wait, where are they going? And then I realized that when I opened the door, they were still watching ball, and I was like, wait, I want to be a part of this. So I snuck my way in, and they let me. They didn't kick me out.
So you just realized that they were going somewhere, and you wanted to just see what was.
Yeah, I love talking to Kupp. I always try to get Kupp's basketball opinions, and I love trying to see if he'll play some pig with me and stuff. So it was during training camp. I see them. They're going into the quarterback room, and I was like, we just finished meetings. Where are they going? I knew they weren't eating in there. There's no food over there. But
right.
So then they were watching ball, and they just kept watching ball. And then it turned to when by the time we got back to camp and our facility and stuff, it became a part of my morning routine to go stop by and see what they were doing, just to talk ball. And it wasn't always talking ball, so that's what made it fun. It was a moment for me to get to know those guys and to build a deeper relationship.
Yeah. When did it dawn on you that, okay, this is, you can do this, that you can not only excel but beyond excel at this level? When did that hit you?
I guess there's a moment kind of before the season had started, and then a moment I think of the before the season. There was a moment when Kupp had texted me individually outside of our receiver group chat, and he sent me a clip of what I had done and a clip of just, so he's like, man, I love the stem that you took on this route, and you doubled up at the top. That's perfect. And he's like, but let me, like, you know, and not in a cocky way. He's saying, hey, this is the stem that I would use, and I tripled here at the top. This is because it works for our other routes that we have run. I wasn't aware of the other routes we run, but then by the end of the season, I'm like, do you remember this text that you sent me? We ran this route, and we doubled up, and now I can triple up at the top, and it's an in cut now. And it was so that was a moment where it's like he saw something in me, and it gave me confidence, and it kind of boosted from there. And then I think the third down catch we had in Seattle week 1 was a big moment for me, of a third down play where I had a corner route, and my number was down, and I was able to come down and make that play. But just like they believed in me, and they trusted that I could get it done, and to be able to come down with that catch was my confidence was already feeling really high, and it just was able to take off from there.
Yeah, I mean, and so Cooper Kupp is texting you out of the blue, just on his own volition.
Yeah.
Say. And it was a clip of you. Did he like shoot it off of a screen? Is that
yeah, it was just off the iPad. He not at the facility, just screen record on his phone. He's just talking over the voice on the recording of the phone. But it was he sent a clip of me, and then he sent a clip of him, and just it was maybe a minute and 20 seconds long. I think I know I for sure have that video saved on my phone, just because it was such a great route by Kupp too. But then he was just talking over it, and he wanted to help me, and that was such a big moment for me. That
is so. But you're lucky, right?
100%.
That you have such a giving teammate there.
1,000%.
Right? It's because that's. I'm not saying it's. I'm sure there's a bunch of other guys in the NFL who would do that, but there are some who might not.
Yeah, you know? It was a huge blessing for me, and Kupp's been like a big brother to me from that moment on, and even from before I got there, and so many other guys. But Kupp has definitely been somebody who's been right next to my side the whole time.
If you enjoyed that, and I'm sure you did, then make sure to tune into the Rich Eisen Show Big Game Bonus Special, streaming exclusively all weekend long on the Roku channel.